So, gamer family, how does Onikos eat if his eyes are in his mouth?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm full of those. Does he just not eat?
I mean, he is technically a god, so does he have to eat?
Good question. But, like, he even has teeth. That's the crazy part. Anyways, gamer family, one last time. Fire Emblem Fates, one last time. The last map that we have yet to play with actual story content and value in this entire game. And it's right here.
Impossible. This is impossible. There's no way we can defeat that.
Not with that attitude, we can't. Damn it. What can we possibly do? The world is done for. Fate is a funny thing. Especially when the writing's bad. I never thought my final moments would be alongside Hoshido Prince.
I couldn't have said it better myself. But I won't die so easily. If our time has come, I'll meet it on my feet. It can't be. Have we truly failed? Not with that attitude. Was everything for naught?
No. Don't give up. No matter how massive this dragon seems, we can win as long as we drag our nuts across as long as we work together. Don't stop believing in yourselves. We fought too hard to give up now. Joe.
Horse.
We won't back down. This is our Fire Emblem Fates destiny. Ready your weapons. Fight for your friends. Save a save state so you don't have to redo Chapter 27. With the Seal of Flames, with a Fire Emblem on our side, we fight for our world. Oh, thank you, Corn, for giving me permission. Save state. Save to oldest. Cool. I actually had to redo Chapter 27 because for some reason my save state that I did before just blumped. It didn't exist. Don't you just love how much smaller the deployments are on the final map compared to the last map?
Yeah.
Because I certainly do. I love having to rethink who I'm bringing. Ah, that's crazy. They actually have the same... Oh. You're more of a specific... I definitely don't think I'm going to pick Cyber, because he's very specific. You have effectiveness against calves, though, which makes you good. Aren't you? Or yes, you have you have more healing. Let's get you something to heal with as well. Oh, what? You can't use those? That's unfortunate. Yeah. Oh. Can you use a... No. Do I have an arm scroll that I can give you? Yeah. I didn't even realize we had First Bloods. That's crazy. Oh, that's right. I bought... How much of these did I buy? I bought these for every unit. Oh! And I didn't even think about this. I have this. I have these. I can give units these skills. Well, I don't know what Heavy Blade is. I don't know what that is. Yeah. I'll give, like, Xander Warp. Because it'd be funny. He's going to be able to warp. I don't think warp's that good in this game compared to, like, the Kaga games, but it's something. There, and this will make it everyone less likely to die. which will be quite nice, because I would prefer to not have to restart this map. But also, since I just have a save state, it really doesn't matter. But also, I'm lazy. And I'm still scared. I'm still scarred from Conquest's final map, because that took like 3 times as long as I was expecting or hoping for.
Your traumatized?
Yeah, and I don't want a repeat of that.
Do we need to go through some Fire Emblem therapy?
The only Fire Emblem therapy that exists, Seth, is to not play Fire Emblem.
Well, it would be to play the opposite of Fire Emblem. So what's the opposite of it?
Touching grass. To play touch grass?
I wonder if there's actually a game that's called that.
There has to be. I'd actually be very shocked if there isn't. Okay, let's get this to be as...
I mean, there's a game called Goat Simulator, so...
It's supposedly pretty fun, too.
Yeah.
There we go. That's right, I was gonna instinctively go to save, but no. I have to cheat to save.
Cheating is bad.
Yeah, cheating's bad, but this game does, but ass gameplay design makes me not care. So yeah, this is it. This is the final map, and it's pretty simple. It's deceivingly simple. Actually, no, it's not. It is actually simple. It's not deceivingly simple. It genuinely is simple. I like it. I've actually always enjoyed this map. I know it's not like peak Fire Emblem map design or anything, but I like it. And if you want to know my opinions of Fire Emblem Fates maps, gamer family, I have spent 4 hours over the past 3 days writing the map ranking video. You see, with the first few map ranking videos, I actually did kind of write a little bit about all the maps, but most of them I kind of go in, just like I did the previous DLC maps, I kind of raw dogged them, and kind of like, I know these maps well enough. But no, there's 105 maps that are being ranked, so I was like, you know what, I should probably actually write a little bit of a script, and I also had to make the tier list still, and oh my gosh. Y'all, Fire Emblem Fates is gnarly. 105 maps, and even if some of the actual maps themselves physically are reused, they almost all play different. Having 105 different maps, and obviously get rid of the DLC for a second, but for $80 back in the day, you could get 97 maps that all feel and play different. Fire Emblem Fates is genuinely one of the best bargains in gaming if you ignore the story. If you ignore the story. The story's the hardest part to sell in Fire Emblem Fates because the story is the weak link. So much of this game is so awesome. And then there's the story. And then there's the story. Birthrights is fine. Conquest isn't good. And Revelations is... So that's how Warp works. And Revelations has a story. It has a story, wouldn't you say, Seth?
It does.
I think that's about as kind as we can get to the story, though. Revelation's story is... It exists, and that is the highest regards I can give it. Because I don't think it deserves higher regards than, well, at least it exists. Like, on a technicality, it's, like, better than Fire Emblem 2. But Fire Emblem 2 really doesn't have a story that exists. So, technicality... but, you know, Revelation is... It's the worst route. There's no hiding that fact. It is, without a doubt, the worst Fire Emblem Fates gets. But, But deep down, it is still Fire Emblem Fates. And Fire Emblem Fates is still a wonderfully, delightfully fun game, even at the lowest of lows for the most part. There are some really crappy maps, and Rev has multiple of those really crappy maps. But for the most part, even at its lowest, it is worth playing. Oh my goodness, a puppy's been let down here. Hi, Barley, the golden retriever. Barley, is there anything you want to say? You have anything you want to say, Barley? To the mic? No, don't lick the mic!
Bark.
Did he just say bark, Seth? You're not bark. Don't bite me! I'll bite you if you bite me. Ow! Yeah, I bit you, Barley. Yeah, I bit you. I bit you. Yeah, I bit you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I bit you. I bit your little face. Why are all the reinforcements going on this side? Ow! That actually hurt, Barley. I know you're playing. Yeah, you're playing. You're playing. I know you're playing. I know you're playing, Barley. Yes, I do. I know you're playing. But you're hurting. You hurt. I'm not a dog. I don't like being bit. I don't like being bit. No, I don't. No, I don't. Yeah, YouTube can't see it. You can't see anything, so you don't know what's happening. Barley the golden retriever puppy. Yeah, I full named you. Oh, you are the prettiest dog I've ever seen, Barley. Anyways, Fire Emblem Fates Revelation. Ow!
Surrender!
Stop biting my weenus! I've always unironically wanted to be able to say something involving weenus. I finally got to. That doesn't count as a turn, right? Of course. All you can do now is wait. Okay, so maybe Warping's not as fun, epic gamer as I thought it was going to be. Could be worse. Hey! Don't eat up the floor! Dogs these days, I'm telling ya. No respect for anything and anyone except for their own little fluffing face. You're so damn lucky you're cute, Barley. But yeah, gameplay-wise, Revelation's definitely, I'd say it's the least consistent. Birthright is the most consistent route, but it doesn't hit as many of the highs as something like Conquest does. But it also doesn't hit the lows of Revelation. Revelation doesn't really hit the highs of Conquest either, but it's not horrific. Anyways, now time to take on some head. Oninkos's head.
What?
Huh?
Maybe we should sing a song about that. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm glad you said just kidding there. I was gonna be very upsetty spaghetti. Do we think there's another surprise phase with Oninkos? I genuinely don't remember if this version of Oninkos has a surprise, another phase. I don't think so. I think this is actually it. I think this is the last hit. Hits. I think that's it. No, there's another phase. I actually remember that. There is another phase. Just his eyeballs. I now have to just fight Oninkos's balls.
I was gonna say maybe you should sing a song about that and then say just kidding again.
You're like a broken record, Seth.
Oh, also, what do you think of the new gas?
I don't. Whatever. It's just, I didn't watch Minecraft Live. I didn't care enough. But it's just like, that's it. That's all they showed at Minecraft Live was built-in shaders and buddy gas that looks like it's from a mod. Like, I don't mind Minecraft doing new things that may be more unique, but this literally just looks like a mod.
Well, so what they said that everything's a work in progress. I think there's definitely going to be a lot more.
No, I mean, obviously there's going to be more, but like, this Minecraft Live had pretty much nothing, and the actual cut, like, it actually visually looked good. It just, it looks and feels like it's a Minecraft mod and not Minecraft.
That's fair.
Like, I'm sure it'll be fun, and that's what matters most. But I am absolutely not sold.
I do kind of wish... I know that this has been said so much, but it really needs to happen. I don't really know why they decided to update the Nether, and yet the end...
I don't care about the end. I don't care about the end. Maple, Barley, what do you have in your mouth?
An end update.
Give me a
and
second.
I think if...
Barley the Golden Retriever distracted me right before I do my final hit on and Coast. Crazy. My headphones aren't on. I can't hear. Okay, now I can hear.
I think if they updated the end, then people would care about it.
See, I don't want an end update. If we get an end update, I want it to be in conjunction with a new dimension. Because what purpose does the Nether serve, for the most part? As a way to get to the end. So the end, once you kill the end dragon, should serve as the step for the next dimension. So until we get that...
Did you see Minecraft's new game that they're going to be making?
Another one?
It's going to confirm another... It's not confirming that there's another dimension coming, but it's confirming that there's another dimension that exists. And guess what dimension it is?
Let me guess, the Aether?
Guess how you access it.
Glowstone.
It's not the Aether.
Oh. Oh, Deep Dark?
Yep.
See, and what you should need to activate the Deep Dark portal, you should get in the end.
And I'm hoping that that game is teasing another dimension coming into the game, because
I like all the updating stuff that they've been doing for the past couple of years, but I'm kind of sick of updates. I want something new. And a new dimension is new. Wow. That was so easy. This is the only final map that didn't take multiple attempts, for the record. Did we do it? Did we beat the Silent Dragon?
Yes. Coast has been destroyed.
Yay! We did it! I feel so incredibly happy right now! I was honestly worried how things were going to going for a moment.
It all worked out. We were able to win because we all worked together. It's called the power of friendship. Really brought out the attitude there.
Yeah.
Now the world is safe again, thanks to our darling Joe.
This feeling of relief. It's very much like flying.
The battle is over, Prince Sander. We have won.
We have, Prince Ryoma. We've restored peace to the world. Together.
Mother. Father. We did it.
Azura, it's finally over.
Thank you, Joe. I'm so glad I met you. That we fought together to accomplish this.
I feel the same way. Thank you, Ashura. We will now commence with the coronation of Joe, the new king of Vala.
Starting today, Joe shall be known as the ruler of Vala. Dear Joe, it's time to accept your crown. Congratulations. Congratulations, my lord.
Thank you.
Please, my lord, go sit on your throne.
All right. I want to thank King Ryoma and King Xander for their generous gifts of land. Thanks to them, we've been able to rebuild the kingdom of Vala. I pledge to be a king that believes in his people and works for their betterment.
I doubt you need to make that pledge, Joe. We all know what kind of person you are.
The kind of person that's going to hire an advisor that's actually a really evil person ends up killing Joe because Joe's too trusting. Yeah, exactly. I agree. You will certainly become the king you speak of.
Joe, if you ever need any help, always think of us first.
Just make sure you can tell us what the the problem is next time, okay? I'd rather not go through the same thing again.
Well, I'm sorry that we didn't want to disappear, Leo. I don't think that will ever happen again. In any case, Joe has united all of us siblings together.
Congratulations, Joe, from the bottom of my heart.
I'm so happy for you, Joe. I don't even know what to say.
What you're looking for is congratulations, Sakura! Congratulations, Joe, from both of us! Thank you, all of you.
We love bad Wi-Fi.
Tee hee hee hee.
Oh, Joe. Did you enjoy your coronation?
I was so nervous, it was hard to hide that I was shaking so much.
Nervous? You jest.
No, I mean it. It's a bit late to be saying this now, but are you sure you're okay with this? By all rights, you should be the leader of Vala.
No, this is the way it should be. I've never been much of a leader. And you are the reason we were able to end the fighting and stop Anankos. You were chosen by the Yato. Obviously, it believes in you.
Ajra.
Is there something else? Oh no. Do you think you'd fail as the new king of Vala?
Huh? No, of course not. I want to make Vala a wonderful place. And honor the true last king and for Queen Aret. And everyone who fought. I promise to make them all proud.
I'm glad to hear that.
Maybe instead of fighting Aret 3 times, we could have actually fought Azura's father too. Game. He doesn't even have a name.
So, could I give you a gift to celebrate your adventure? No.
A gift?
Yes. Okay, where's the gift?
The song was wonderful. It's almost like the song was about us. Do you know who wrote the lyrics?
I don't know for certain. My mother taught me the song. She said it had been passed down from generation to generation in Vala.
It's a very old song then.
Yes, I think it may not have been written by humans. If I had to guess, I'd say that Anankos was its author. It contains such strong emotions. Maybe he knew that he'd lose his mind one day and wrote the song to help us. Song meant for those to come, those who would save him with death. At least that's how I look at the song now.
I think you're probably right.
But that is where the song ends. It says nothing of the future. Maybe the next part of the song is for someone else to write. Someone like you, Joe.
All right. I won't do it alone. I'll need your help, Azura. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I thought that was you. Let's go back and join the others. The party should be starting soon.
Very well.
In the name of the first dragons, I, Xander, speaking for the kingdom of Nohr.
And I, Ryoma, speaking for Hoshido.
Vow to keep peace between us.
Hoshido? Is that how it's pronounced?
It is so inconsistent with how different people pronounce
We shall
it.
be bound by this vow. Yes, peace for our nations. I swear. Mm-hmm.
Yay! We're friends now! Friends!
Wish it were that easy to just forgive. You know?
You're literally married to one of them.
But healing can only begin with trust.
Yeah. We swear to our people, to our countries, and to the brave soul who brought us together.
Hoshido and Nohr are united together forever.
So wait, where are their kids?
An afterthought to this game's development. That's where, Seth.
We swear to you.
I'm so glad Three Houses
Family-
didn't have a golden ending. Oh my goodness. It's just fan fiction. You see, Three Houses actually could have had Claude joining either Edelgard or Dimitri. I think it would have been fun to have multiple of the lords as playable units in Three Houses. I think it would have been fun to have Clive join you in... Did I say Clive? Claude join you in Azure Moon. Or to have maybe even Claude join you in... A Crimson Flower or Edelgard in Verdant Wind. I mean, Warriors Three Hopes literally does that. Claude always will join the player in Three Hopes, essentially. Well, his army, he'll never become playable, but that kind of thing. But I'm so glad they didn't, force out a golden ending in either base Three Houses or in Three Hopes, as it's just so fanfic-y in mid. Like, and Seth literally asked, the only reason there's children units in this game is because Awakening did so well. And you're like, we can't go back to not having them. But they didn't find a good way to incorporate them, a genuine way. Fire Emblem 4 incorporates children units. I don't want to spoil Seth, but it incorporates child units by making it so that you don't play as the parents anymore at a certain point. You only play as their kids. Awakening does it with time travel, and this game does it with contrived BS. What's the odd one out? People like Awakening. It's not my favorite story in the game, but it's a fun story. It's fun. Fire Emblem 4 is considered one of the best stories in the franchise. And then you have Fates. Noticing a pattern here. Fates tried to ride the coattails of Awakening in all the best and worst ways. It led to a very fun gameplay experience where they take all the best parts of Awakening's gameplay and make it way better, and take all the worst parts of Awakening's gameplay and make it much better. Pair-up's an actual system. It's actually balanced and fun here. Dual strikes are fun. There's a reason to not always be paired up in this game. The child units are essentially more of the same, except the paralogs scale to where you're at, so you don't have Indigo's paralog that's BS compared to when you could unlock it. Yeah, narratively the children units suck in this game, but gameplay-wise, they're much more fun. Story-wise, though, I'm an advocate. There's two different types of remakes. There's faithful remakes, something like Shadows of Valentia, and even Fire Emblems 11 and 12 are relatively faithful, with the addition of Chris in Fire Emblem 12 and the new content. But even then, those aren't unfaithful, instead they're adding new content. Then you have stuff like the Final Fantasy VII remake, where it's less of a remake and more of a retelling. Fire Emblem Fates should get more of the Final Fantasy VII remake treatment as opposed to the Shadows of Valentia treatment, honestly. The gameplay is fine, but the story needs work. Now, if I were to get Fire Emblem Fates HD on Nintendo Switch 2, that is literally just an HD version of this game, day one buy. As soon as pre-orders are available, I am pre-ordering. I love Fates now. I love it now. I've gone from... The Fates is probably the game that my opinion... Awakening and Fates are the two games my opinion has shifted on the most within Fire Emblem. Awakening going down? That's actually not true. Not Awakening. 3 Houses of Fates. 3 Houses going down, also always love it, and Fates going up. I didn't really like it. I love it now. Especially Conquest. The other routes are a little bit rougher. But Birthright still is a very solid gameplay experience, as you'll see in the map ranking. And the story's fine. Elise getting killed by Xander and like all that the ending of Birthright is dumb. It is stupid. But up until then, it's actually not too terrible. Conquest's story is stupid, but it's kind of a fun stupid. It's like Engage almost, where it's harmlessly bad. I still enjoy it, even though it's not good. There are some moments that make you want to punch myself, but it's fine. Revelation's actually really bad, though. And I will say this. Replaying the story here has made me like Alear and Engage a lot worse, as Alear is just Corrin. Except they try to make them a little bit more interesting, but it's still essentially just Corrin. But the game story isn't interesting enough to make it unique. Ellawood is essentially another Marth, but the world of Fire Emblem 7 make Ellawood stand out and more fun. I'd argue the same is done with Roy. Roy is essentially Marth again, but I think the general world and the people around Roy and around Marth make both of them much more interesting. Also, I don't think people give credit to New Mystery, because I actually think I actually really liked Marth there. And I do think Chris does actually help Marth's character. Where there really isn't anyone here that makes Corrin more interesting. Corrin's just kind of mid across the board. I don't hate Corrin. I don't love Corrin. I think Corrin's kind of just fine. I like Corrin. That's as far as it can go for me personally. personally. But I don't know. Recently, I've gotten a desire to replay Engage. By recently, I mean within the past 2 days. And I do think this game is a part of that. Again, Conquest and Engage to me are very similar. If I had to rank the worst stories in a franchise, and I have, but now after replaying Conquest Revelation, if I were to actually rank the worst stories, the worst story is Heroes. Heroes seems to be getting better. Book 8 wasn't terrible, although the ending sucked. Book 9 so far seems fine. I bet the ending will suck. Book 6 was good, but the ending was rushed. Book 5 was started pretty strong. The ending was rushed. Book 7 was ass. But overall, Heroes is still so inconsistent, and even when it's at its best, it's still mid. Then Revelation. Yeah, this story sucks ass. Then Conquest. It's fun, but it's not good. Engage is boring and has problems, so overall, I think it's more boring than it is bad. So yeah, those are my bottom 4. I don't know what I'd put as my 5th. My bottom 5th, I don't know what I'd put. Oh yeah, I do Silver Snow. Silver Snow takes all the worst parts of Three Houses and then makes that the story. It's Three Houses story without the good parts. No Edelgard, no Claude, no Dimitri. Full focus on the Garthans. Dragon randomly becoming evil. Seth's not an interesting character. All the worst parts of throughout Three Houses are the story in Silver Snow. And I'd argue Silver Snow is around the same quality story as something like Engage. I maybe even put it closer to Conquest. Quite honestly. The other 3 routes of Three Houses are so much better than Silver Snow. And then beyond that, I don't know. I don't know. Fire Emblem stories, for the most part, are all perfectly fine. There's very few that I think are amazing, but genuinely, I've mentioned all the stories that I think are actually bad. FE7's a little bit on the weaker side, but strong characters make up for it, just like Three Houses has its strong characters make up for all of its story shortcomings, where Fates really doesn't have that. I enjoy the supports, but they all kind of do have this feeling of these are all the same, and get very boring. And I like the supports, I like this game's cast, but not enough. Anyways, Seth, Fire Emblem Fates, go, talk.
It was... That final route was a bit interesting.
That's a good way to put it.
It was certainly a little confusing. Sometimes I didn't really know what was going on. Especially with the children that were coming from different realms. Or different worlds.
Well,
I was like,
that wasn't Revelation. That was the
route?
story DLC. That was its own self-contained DLC. That was its own self-contained story DLC. It had nothing to do with that. That DLC takes place in a timeline where, like, Audit Coast wasn't destroyed, and he destroyed every universe, and that's where the children come from. Has nothing to do with the main game. Also, yeah, though, the DLC maps are really, really fun. I really struggled to put them on the tier list because I didn't know where to put them, but I kind of put all of them, for the most part, pretty high because I think they're pretty good. It's crazy. Is this going to be a sub-hour video? We're already at 41 minutes, and like a minute of that's getting cut out, too. That's crazy, gamer family. I was not expecting the final video of this route to be one of the shortest. Shortest of the series. Not just the route. Yeah, it's funny. Revelation, runtime-wise, is way longer than I thought. I thought it was going to be so much shorter than all the other routes. But there were more supports than I thought there would be. That was one of the reasons why I thought it would be short. And some of the maps just took longer than I thought. The DLC maps took longer than I thought. Almost across the board. But it was worth it. It was worth it. And yeah, I guess I don't want to have to make an epilogue video talking about like, oh, the series was so much fun and the series as a whole was so amazing or anything like that. I don't want to do that. So now let's shift to talking about the game to talking about the Let's Play. We're on episode 78, right? I don't even know anymore. Yeah. In terms of episode count, this is the longest series that is on Alex Studios as a channel. It is the longest runtime-wise as well. And I plan on my second channel making some Let's Plays that'll have more episodes, but they're shorter videos. So this is, I feel confident, at least for now, in saying this may be the longest series I ever make. And you know what? It's essentially 3 series, so hard to complain there. I wouldn't still be here doing this if I didn't enjoy this series in any capacity. I mean, 16 songs? There's a whole album worth of songs that were done for this game. So, that was fun. I had fun with those. Some of the songs are better than others. As I was doing the best of Conquest, I was like, okay, actually, Conquest songs are better than I remembered. Because I thought I remembered them being pretty mid, but actually, there was a lot I liked. Birthright had some pretty good ones. And I'm sure that when I edit this series, I will find at least 3 that I definitely like. At least from my memory, the previous 2 songs are. They kind of go back to the roots of songs on this channel, and as long as this channel continues, there'll still be songs. I find it fun to do. I enjoy it. It gives me a reason to actually touch my guitar. So, I don't know. It's hard to really talk about the series because it's 78 videos. Of course I enjoyed it. Of course, I love doing stuff with my friends. I enjoy keeping in touch with people like Seth. It's like Josh I go to school with. I live with Josh. So, I see him all the time. It's people like Diego. He's on Discord often enough that I talk with him plenty. Seth's not really active on Discord. And this gives me an excuse to talk with him weekly, which is fine by me. Mm-hmm. We've said it on the channel. Seth and I have known each other for pretty much a majority of our lives at this point. So it's great to be able to actually still do stuff with someone you've known for so long. So, this series is fun. I love this series. Fire Emblem Fates is one of the best Fire Emblem series I've done. And obviously it's a little bit cheating because it's essentially 3 series, but there are so much fun bits here. And I enjoyed 3 Houses, but it's hard to deny that even though 3 Houses is pretty much entirely just me and Seth, and this series at its root is mostly just me and Seth. Although Diego I think is the majority of the episodes as well. But ultimately, I just think we're funnier in this series than we were in 3 Houses as well, which is nice. I love Binding Blade, which is also mostly just me and Seth, but I think we are much funnier here, and at least as I edit videos, I like that, but yeah, it was good. I liked this. Anyways, your thoughts on the Let's Play or whatever, Seth?
There were definitely a few maps that were taking quite some time.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, Chapter 25, Revelation. I have a personal vendetta against that map now, I hope you know.
But ultimately, I thought it was pretty good.
Ninja Hell? I don't have a vendetta against that map. I just don't think I know how to play it. Conquest Final map. I don't know what the hell happened that night. It's never taken me that many attempts before. To be fair, the only map I've ever reset on as much as I had to for the Let's Play is actually Ninja Hell. So, yeah. Man. Anyways, what's coming up, gamer family? I cannot tell you. We're recording this in March. I don't know what's next. I briefly mentioned it. There is a bunch of Fire Emblem Let's Plays I want to do on this channel still, because, of course, I have a new channel, but as long as Seth's willing to do stuff with me, I want to keep doing this kind of stuff. There's still so many Fire Emblem games he hasn't gotten to see. Again, this is before, the Switch 2 Direct, so I don't know what's happening on the Switch 2 or anything. But, I want to do Thracia sometime in the next year. If there's an FE4 remake that I'm going to be able to Let's Play, I'll do that, then Thracia. If there isn't, I'll probably just do Thracia by myself, or I'll fill Seth in on the story of FE4, although I'd hate to spoil it for him. Seth's seen 2 out of 3 of the GBA games. He hasn't seen Sacred Stones yet, so I want to show him Sacred Stones sometime. And also, I have not done FE9. FE9 is one of the first Fire Emblem Let's Plays on this channel. It was the second one. And Radiant Dawn was the 4th. I'd love to revisit those with my friends. So, those are all things that I plan on doing inevitably. Now, we only record one series at a time, so we're going to be recording Final Fantasy VI after this, which has been probably airing for the past month and a half. So, how about them apples? And yeah. Oh, I also would like to... Oh, God. I want to replay Engage. I want Seth to see... I want his opinion on the story. And I want... Also, he's seen enough of the Fire Emblem games at this point that the fan service is going to actually work for him. Was like, what? You've seen bits of Fire Emblem 1/11. Not a ton of it, but you've seen bits of it. You've seen Fire Emblem 3/12. You've seen 6. You've seen 7. You've seen Fates. You've seen, 3 houses. Which means you're missing Valentia, you're missing Gaiden, Shadows of Valentia. Definitely want to show you Yggdrasil, which is like peak. I want to show you Tellius, which is peak. So like, there we go. Then you'll really just be missing Awakening after all the stuff that I want to do. And Awakenings, it's fine. It's fine. I replayed it recently. It's fine. It's fine. I actually did not enjoy my replay of Awakening. I think I talked about it already in the series. Yeah, these credits are so freaking long because we have double the cast as normal. They're still going. Crazy.
I was crazy once.
They locked me in a room. A rubber room.
A rubber room with rats.
And rats. Make me crazy. There's still more. It's not over yet. This music's actually looped. They've got to be over now, right? Oh my god. This is insane, Seth. Alrighty. What of the 3 routes, which is your favorite, Seth?
Probably the first one.
Yeah.
Where we started with Hoshido.
You don't play the game, so you mostly have to absorb the story, and I do not blame you. Because Birthright's the one with the passable story. My favorite is easily Conquest. Gameplay. Well, unless I'm recording a Fire Emblem game, or unless it's like the first time I'm playing it, I almost always skip story. Occasionally I revisit story. But only in the games with like really good stories. So like the Tellius games, the Yggdrasil games. 3 houses even. Those are really the only 5 that I often that I even think about revisiting story on. So since Conquest is a great tutorial on how to skip story. Revelation is an amazing tutorial on how to hit the start button to skip story. Because it's bad. But gameplay-wise, Conquest is, oh my goodness, so good. So good. Favorite map? This is a hard one. Because there was, again, you saw 105 maps over the course of the past 9 months of recording, Seth. Yes, it's been that long. Over the course of the past 9 months of recording, you've seen 105 maps. But what one is your favorite?
That I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm not going to talk about this topic too much, Gamer Family, because I'm going to literally make a video on it. I'm going to film that video right after this, and it is going to be the longest map ranking video I've ever made, probably. But the answer is Chapter 10 of Conquest. I love defend maps, and that is like peak. That's like peak defend map. It's just such an exciting map. There are still more. How is this not over yet? I wonder who had the most battles and victories. Probably Corrin, right? Although I wouldn't be surprised if like Xander Ryoma kind of creeped up at the end. Camilla has a lot, 157 victories. That means she won. She actually killed an enemy in over half of her combats. Takumi's odds are even better, it looks like. Because Camilla's barely over 50%, but Takumi is like way above. Probably because Archer versus flying units makes it so easy to take out the competition. Yeah. Asugi's below 50%. But that's also because he's a ninja. He's more of a support unit to weaken the enemy. Which he's handy, but Seth, I'm gonna have to experience the Revelation story again as I edit the series. I'm gonna have to go through that story again. I guarantee you, gamer family, I will never pay attention to Conquest story ever again after this. Almost for sure. Did I say Conquest? I meant to say Revelation. Probably Conquest too, quite honestly. Oh my gosh. 300 battles, but barely won over a third. Azura, 3 battles, 0 victories. That's crazy. Joe Mama marrying his cousin. So nice. Seth, would you marry your cousin?
No.
Would you marry a minion?
No.
Why not?
Because minions aren't human. And that would probably be considered...
Bestiality.
What? Yeah, probably.
It's finally over.
I mean, are minions... What exactly are minions?
Sex toys.
Alex, is that why you collect the plastic minions?
Oh, crap. I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Instead of answering that question, I'm going to end the video in the series. Okay? I don't want to answer that. Yeah. Gamer family? Gamer family, we just had ended the video. And can you guess what just happened?
It's me. I happened.
So Zach's in this video now in the final 5 seconds. Now, gamer family, to answer the question that I blue balled you on, no, minions are not sex toys.
You are the oceans we will.